second. I hope. I mean, yeah, there we go. Okay, so here we go, everybody. We have the playoff stage for the Southeast Asian division of the Synergy League. Now, this is Insidiousidol against Johnny's Revenge, although Johnny is actually not a part of it anymore, as far as I can tell. He's not here tonight. But this is the first game in a best-of-3 series to decide who moves forward to fight for the final. I'm pretty sure they're playing for 2 land spots at the moment.
10 seconds remaining.
We'll collect the bands in just a moment. I'm not 100% sure. EU's got 2 spots. I'm pretty sure China's taken 2, and I think C's only... No, EU has 4, I think.
Reserve time.
I'm not even 100% sure. This layout has confused me the hell of a lot. Anyway, I'll decide to get rid of the Terabyte. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 2 slots for C, 2 slots for China, and then 4 for Europe, if memory serves me correctly. And mostly because I just think it's easy to get the European teams over there. But I'll get rid of Terrorblade. Raze has been taken out. I'm kind of expecting Death Prophet to disappear here in a moment, and we'll see what else they decide to get rid of. Death Prophet is just a hero that you just, oh man, you just do not want her to get through. She is such a headache to deal with.
10 seconds remaining.
We're going to take the time here. Now, they did have...
5 seconds
I'm pretty sure they have, Jones Revenge had the option of first pick or side. They just decided to go Radiant. Idle have got the first pick here. They decide to, okay, they're getting rid of the Panda straight up. And I suppose they're saying either Johnny's Revenge, either you guys ban the Death Prophet or we're going to take her. It's your call right here. But this also leaves room for stuff like Void and things like that as well. Or they could just opt. I mean, you can try and pick up stuff like Centaur to try and help the team disengage from Death Prophet. I mean, Death Prophet, the way she's been played these days, especially if you get like a Ogre Magi with her, she literally runs at like 506 movement speed base. It is ridiculous to try and keep away from it. But Idol will now have the first pick here, and Johnny's Revenge did indeed say, okay, well, we're not going to let you have Death Prophet. We'll ban that out. We'll get rid of that. With the Panda out as well, they won't have to worry about that. But Batrider is still in the pool. Could be frustrating. Batrider, Void. 2 of the more common picks and bans as well.
Behold the horn of Magnus.
Radiant team pick.
And it's going to be a Magnus first. Ooh. Magnus first. I'm going to assume we're going to see, if Johnny aren't picking Medusa, I'm going to assume we're going to see a ban for it further out. It's been a fairly common trend lately. Magnus, Medusa, plus anything else you can throw in there. For steroids, Vengeful Spirit, obviously Ogre Magi with the Bloodlust, really good stuff as well. It's become a bit of a trend. But this does leave stuff like Centaur in the pool.
10 seconds remaining.
They can just opt to ban out the Medusa later in the second. Oh, well, you know what? Idol could just decide to straight pick the Medusa now, but that would really tip their hands to what they're going to do. They're going to pick up the Ogre.
Radiant team pick.
Which will at least keep the double steroid combination away from Idol. And Power and Bloodlust, they've got to be 2 of the best buffs you can give out in the game, just like in terms of long-term buffs as opposed to something short like Alacrity. But in terms of general long-term buffs you can give out to multiple heroes, they are really, really strong. I would say easily 2 of the best in the game. Because it's pretty easy to have both of those on the same hero or same groups of heroes during a fight, as opposed to something like Alacrity or Pressy Attack, which only lasts for a short portion of the fight, whereas Bloodlust and Power, you can have them up the entire time. But Skyth Mage being picked up with Ogre, these 2 supports, very frustrating to play against. Skyth, of course, huge harassment value. Ogre can roam and cause trouble, and then on top of that, when you get towards the mid-game, Ancient Seal and Multicast Fire Blasting, oh boy, people just drop like a sack of crap. There's no, especially if you're something like a soft squishy support, you get silenced and you get whacked by that. Or if you're something like a Batrider and you cough like a 3 times multicast, you just explode. There's nothing you can do about it.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Idol. Are we going to see Medusa shenanigans here, or are we going to see something else? They could just go for just full on. I mean, Magnus right now, it's been making a bit of a comeback. He's just he's a lot stronger now with the double runes. It's much easier for him to get his hands on those runes now, make sure he can stay in the lane. He definitely took a sharp drop off. Once he got nerfed in the offlane, he was still popular in the mid, but then when the Bottle Crone got heavily hit, we really saw the Magnus picks begin to drop off. But Idol just decided to go the Nature's Prophet. Okay. Getting some Rat Dota out here. Now, picking the Nature's Prophet this early could be a problem because this gives Johnny's Revenge plenty of time to pick up heroes that can just excel at picking off stuff like Clockwork, Storm, even something like a situational Tinker Pick is really good just slamming the Nature's Prophet whenever he tries to Rat Dota and just pick him off.
Remaining.
We'll see if they can use it. One of the, of course,
remaining.
other advantages to having a Nature's Prophet, if you're planning on running an offensive tri-lane, it basically means you can bring 4 heroes to the tri-lane when you decide to actually... When anybody decides to clash, Nature's Prophet can pop up and just dish out the auto-attack damage, which, especially if it picks up early phase boots, is pretty significant in the early phase, especially against underfarmed, under-leveled tri-laners. So let's see if Idol have that kind of plan in mind, if they're just going for the rat potential. But Viper being banned by Idol, I think it's a solid choice. If they're playing the Magnus mid, that is a very solid choice. You really don't want to have the Magnus go up against the Viper. They can just harass him and zone him out really easily. And the Shockwave harass isn't as bad for Viper to deal with, just because he'll probably be picking up at least 1 or 2 levels of the corrosive skin fairly early on. Johnny's Revenge with the next ban here. We'll see what they've got in mind. Oregon, us. I mean, we've got a pretty intimate crowd here tonight. I don't think we're going to get a lot of people just because Star Ladder finals are running, and obviously the G League's running at the same time as well. So pretty busy night tonight. But Oregon's asking, why is everybody first picking Ogre? Because he just really just fits the meta right now. He loves to brawl, dishes out a ton of damage, can roam. He's got a good stun, slow. And he's got, and with the whole 4 Protect 1 sort of business coming out, or like 1 semi-carry and then 1 full-on fighting core, Ogre has an insanely good buff. So if you get like a Havorst running around, like if you're watching Star Ladder last night, or this morning rather, if you're watching the first game with Na'Vi against Na'Vi against Secret, I'm pretty sure it was, and you might have noticed Havorst was playing Gyrocopter, had something like a 30,000 net worth. He had like 3 times the net worth of everybody else. It was insane. If you then take that hero with that kind of net worth and go, have 50 extra attack speed, they just absolutely balloon out of control. And not only that, but they also get the huge movement speed buff out as well. It's insane the amount of damage they can do. Now, Johnny's Revenge have also banned Jakiro becoming a bit of a thing as well, and with the Empower, like, they've just got some decent push there. Empower, obviously lots of extra damage, Nature's Prophet can jump around, and just the general chip damage being dealt out in the towers. I think the Jakiro, even if it's not a core, probably a solid ban. Also, Reverse Polarity, grabbing everybody up into a Macropire, is really starting to become obnoxious as well. It's very, very strong, the amount of damage you can kick out. Reverse Polarity and Ice Pass is just strong all around. So that's a pretty solid ban there. But it looks like Idol are also going to ban out the Spectre. They're worried about that pick-off potential. That just makes sense. If Spectre, when she gets towards the mid-game, can quite easily beat the crap out of Nature's Prophet, especially if he doesn't get the early Hex. She doesn't really care too much about the Orchid when she comes in. Okay, sure, she gets silenced up, but she's probably already cast a dagger, and she's just focusing on right-clicking the shit out of you. So, I think a solid ban there for Idol. I think this means they're going to try and get some rat happening here.
10 seconds remaining.
They're not going to be so focused on just having Nature's Prophet poured into tri-lanes to fight, that sort of stuff. They really want to have that rat rolling. But Batrider... Depends how much farm he gets. He's not early mid-game, he can definitely put the pressure on Nature's Prophet. Once the Blink Dagger first comes out, Nature's Prophet can quite easily be soloed by him, but towards the late game, when Nature's Prophet sort of gets his items up and running, Batrider is not soloing. That's highly unlikely. But he can at least grab him and drag him into trouble if somebody else decides to show up to the party. And if Idol are also going for a single core lineup as well, Batrider is such a great hero. Anybody who has got like extremely strong 1v1 lockdown, like Batrider is excellent for just dragging those single cores out and just helping his team destroy them. Obviously, you get somebody jumped, dragged at lasso, silenced up by Scythe Mage, and then multicasted into the ground by Ogre. It's a pretty bad day for them. I wonder if we'll see... I think a Void would be pretty damn good here. One of Void's problem is he can be a little bit slow to get rolling on the farm, and generally speaking, he has a lot of attack speed, but his damage really relies on getting the RNGG procs out for his bash. Magnus, on the other hand, when he gives him Empower, especially if he gets a couple of early levels in Empower, really gives him that early firepower. So he gets the early Mask of Madness. It's only he's hitting for about 150, 170 damage without countering bash in. And when he's got the attack speed of Mask of Madness, that means he can quite easily just blast people into the ground during his ultimate duration. Idol, though, decided to go with the Earthshaker. And with the anti-mage banned out, if Johnny aren't planning on getting their own Void here, I could easily see them banning it out, especially with the Spectre already gone. I really think the Void would be a solid pick here for Idol, but they're going to go with the Earthshaker. Also really strong, and nice defensively as well. Obviously, Ogre and Scythe struggle to deal with the fissure, defensive fissures coming out, or even just a bad fissure coming out and catch him on the wrong side. They don't really gank well against it. Whereas if you get something like a Rubik, you can just throw out the fissure. You could try, but then they can just pick up your carry and toss them over the other side of the fissure. It could work against them, so you've got to be real careful about that.
Reserve time.
As for why is Johnny not with Johnny's Revenge, I've heard on the grapevine that he's not with the team anymore, so we'll see if that proves true. There's only a rumour at this point in time. Baseless rumour. We'll see if that's true or not. But 4th pick here for JR. Taking their time with it. Pretty much went to burning through all of their reserve time here. I feel like for either team, Void would be a great pick. Obviously, he synergizes extremely well with Skyth Mage. He can really, I mean, Ogre Magi's Bloodlust, if he gets the early Bloodlust, means he doesn't need the Mask of Madness as bad. Whoa.
Dire team pick.
Interesting. And Batrider, if he can isolate somebody, it's easy Omni Slashes, but I think we're going to see some well, that's it. They don't even push that well. They've got the sustain, obviously the ward. They don't really have anybody who can pick it off that easily. That's nice. But right now, JR don't really push early that well. I mean, they can get into a fight early. But their game plan here seems to be get pickoffs and then try and take a tower if they can. But if they don't manage to find the pickoffs, I mean, especially playing into Blink Echo, Blink RP, or even just coming close and then being forced away from the tower and somebody getting glimpsed out. That seems like a problem for them. I really like the Disruptor pick here.
5 seconds remaining.
Being able to pretty much instantaneously throw in the Static Storm on Juggernaut as well, also really, really strong.
Dire team
if they get a solid RP, I mean, they could quite easily. I mean, solid RP. They've got Idol have excellent team fight here, and it's going to be a Morphling ban from JR, but Idol have a killer team fight here. Echo Slam, Fissure, Disruptor's ult, his Kinetic Field, RP to set everything up. I mean, they could pretty much, right now, if they pick like some kind of fighting, or even just, again, the Void, also still good. But if they just pick like an early, somebody could fight early, like a Gyrocopter or something, I mean, that's also really strong as well. They can basically try and, with those ults, between those 4 heroes, Disruptor, Earthshaker, and say the Gyrocopter or the Void, they could quite easily take a team fight. If not, if they don't exactly wipe the enemy team, they can at least kill 2 or 3 people. And go, you know what, well, you're probably not going to push that quickly now anyway. You don't have good pushes regardless. And meanwhile, while this is going on, Nature's Prophet casts his ult and then pushes another tower. It's just annoying stuff to deal with. But Idol will go, alright, let's ban at Medusa. Okay. She definitely does do well with the Ogre. And of course, Juggernaut healing her in the middle of a fight could be incredibly frustrating as well. And Omni Slash on Stoneform targets would also dish out a pretty disgusting amount of damage as well.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, this could even be... They could even try and play this offensive if they want to. Concussive shot into Fire Blast, into Spin. That could quite easily kill people as well.
10 seconds
So if they want to, they could do... I mean, Batrider's still... I feel like Batrider's still a good mid-hero. Despite the fact we rarely see him play there anymore. It doesn't matter, though. It's going to be the off-lane Batrider still as they pick up the Storm Spirit. Playing into Idol's lineup, though, I mean, they've got plenty of lockdown. It's not going to be an easy game for someone. It's not like this runs around. Nobody's got any stuns. They're all full of slows. They've got some really good stuns from Earthshaker. Earthshaker's got instantaneous stun as well with Echo Slam. If he decides to blink and use that. Magnus Course, RP. Disruptor's got a great silence. Glimpse is always annoying. If he throws down the Glimpse and then throws the Static Storm on top of it before the Glimpse procs, pretty much this Storm Spirit is going to be trapped. No matter what he does. If he gets hit by a Fissure or whatever after.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah. This could be rough, especially Nature's Prophet as well. They could quite easily... I mean, they don't even need to land the Kinetic Field with the Storm. They could just use the Sprout to act as a wall. Because during the mid-game, nobody's going to have... Maybe Juggernaut will have a Hatchet. Ogre maybe as well, if he has a spare slots for it, but I kind of doubt it. Idol's last pick now. I feel like, again, a Void would really be great here as well. Although, if they pick a Void, that would give them one range. If this... Well, I don't think it's... It could still be an offensive trial. They could just be Batrider safe lane. Juggernaut, Scythe Mage, and Ogre. If they pick something weak like a Void in the lane, he will not... I mean, they could quite... Johnny could go offensive trial and go, you get no farm. What do you do? And it will be a Void. So, if this offensive trial could be troublesome, might try and send off lane. But that would still be pretty bad because you get thrown up against a Batrider. And Batrider kind of munches on melee heroes. So, I feel like Johnny's revenge here. Unless Storm Spirit makes a shit mid, Johnny's Revenge have probably got all 3 lanes won. Depending how this gets... depending which lanes the heroes go to. But this could be a difficult game for Idol if this snowballs out of control for them, because obviously Storm difficult to keep up with if he starts snowballing. Juggernaut just looking for that snowball push as well. If Idol get to the lead game, late game, I feel like they've got this in the bag. But if Johnny's Revenge come out and play their early game correctly, I think they have the significant advantage here in terms of winning this game. I'd say Idol's lineup is easier to execute because early mistakes don't get punished that badly, and all they need is just basically to go, everybody blink and press R at the same time, and they can quite easily still win a fight. So I would say Idol definitely have the easier lineup to execute, but if Johnny If JR execute correctly, there we go, freaking mouse is working now. If JR execute their early game correctly, I think that this will be a fairly smooth ride for them in game number 1. Also, if you're just joining us, guys, this is game number 1 in a best-of-3 series, so no matter who loses here, they have a chance to tie it up. As we have a pause, while they're doing that, I will just call out the players. So, playing for Johnny's Revenge, which is... it's ironic, Johnny's Revenge is complete, so he's no longer with the team. Anyway, playing for them tonight, JR tonight is Winter on the Batrider, Sharky playing the Ogre Magi, Ling on the Skyreth Mage, Vexus on the Storm Spirit, WTF playing the Juggernaut. Man, I feel like this is 2012. We got a Winter playing a Batrider. This is old school. Winter, Batrider, offlane, but I really feel like it should be. Basically, whatever they do, JR here should aim to lane the Void against an offensive, or against some kind of aggressive tri-lane here. Anyway, for the Dire team, playing for Idol, we have Shagasaurus on Disruptor, Rin on Nature's Prophet, Ysera on Magnus, Insidious, C playing the Earthshaker, and Chewy running the Faceless Void. And I don't know how... I think they're basically, right now, they're just playing to see... Well, Vexus... Wait a minute, what? Vexus is down here too. Wait a minute. Is this a Solid Mid Batrider? No, he's got boots. It's not Solid Mid Batrider. I mean, it could be. You could still do a solid mid Batrider with boots, because it's just all-round decent against somebody who's slow without boots. He could just quite easily just sticky napalm Ysera out of the lane and go, you know what, you come close, I'll hit you. And you'll take a ton of pain. I think right now, JR probably just trying to see how Idle are going to lane themselves, and then they'll figure out where to go from there. Sharky just going to skulk. They're getting some blocking wards down. This one, just to watch. It looks like Nature's Prophet is going to be the off lane here, unless... Oh wait, no, Chewy's here as well. Chewy also deciding where he wants to start. 8 tangos, camping some money, and he's also got... Ooh, 8 tangos and no potion. Okay, so he's not expecting to take that much harass. He's just got the light, just sort of heal himself
The
up.
battle begins.
Patch things up. Which means if he gets ganked, or even if it doesn't succeed, taking something like 500 or 400 damage would be fairly crippling to his farm time, because he's spent a lot of time tangoing up, unless somebody gives him their potion. But it looks like they're going for the defensive tri-lane here. For Idle. Or not. No, maybe they break up to 2 lanes, maybe they're just roaming around. They're not really sure here. The lanes are pretty fluid anyway, they can just roam around, but they may need help. Skyreth Mage, just even if they're going to dual lane, Skyreth Mage and... WTF's Juggernaut here, they should probably... They won't be able to kill him, most likely, because Void can just leap away. Unless makes a really bad play, or the silence comes out in an inopportune moment. He's probably going to survive this, but he's not going to get a lot of farm. It's going to be really difficult to farm him, especially with Skyreth Mage harassing. Shagasaurus does find the ward, though, and this is really good. This means... JR up here, they have to play more defensively than the light, because they've got no vision, and at any time, Earthshaker could pop out with a bad block for them. Oh, not now, Shark. Now that Shark is up here, okay, they'll probably say, alright, you block us off the Earthshaker, we don't give a crap, come over here and fight us, we'll win. Flat out. So yeah, there we go. An offensive tri-lane now formed for JR, and as you can see, Chewy is not going to get a lick of farm here, he ain't getting shit. And this is exactly what JR need to do. As long as I don't give away any bad kills here like this. This is the kind of stuff they're going to avoid doing. A Sharky is about to give away a First Blood to Void. If he can just proc a hit here, there we go. First Blood to Void. And I said... It's the harder one to execute, but if you execute correctly, it'll be fine. In this case, though, JR making a terrible mistake, and First Blood to Void, the last person they want to have that money. Oh boy. Winter down here in the bottom lane should be able to handle this Nature's Prophet. Treeing harass will be fairly annoying, but at least he can punish Nature's Prophet for coming close. It just lines him up with a sticky napalm. That was just bad positioning though from Sharky. Sharky just getting way too aggressive and overestimating where he could stand. So he not respecting the blocks there. Probably won't see him make that mistake twice. Like, alright, fissure blocks hurt. When I'm isolated from my team, they really suck. If they're together, if they all get blocked off as 3, they're fine. But if one of them maybe not the Juggernaut because he can spin everyone to try and run away from him. But if Skyreth or the Ogre get blocked off and isolated, they're in a lot of trouble. In the mid lane though, Vexus. Just handling himself okay against Ysera here. Ysera actually ahead of him at the moment, but his shockwave's spanning out. His bulb's out first, obviously. Ysera's is probably just coming out now. The courier's being sent out. Yeah, there it is, right now. And Batrider currently out of regeneration. Rin has opted for the early harassment. Actually, Rin should be able to get ahead. If Rin plays this, like, if Winter makes a mistake here. Ring could quite easily bring him down. He's got the Oov. I assume he's going with the Oov. He might go for phase boots first, and of course he's picked up this wand just to help deal with the sticky napalm. But this could get tricky for Winter now that he's burned all of his regeneration. Meanwhile, pings are coming out from Juggernaut. They want to make something happen here. Now, despite giving away first blood, at least they have managed to slow down Chewy's farm a bit, and Juggernaut is ahead. But they probably wanted it to be a little bit more than what it is right now. As Trippy couldn't have backtracked that. Ling is actually firing his Arcane Bolt CS there. He's not actually harassing with, which is an interesting choice. Thought they would harass Faceless Void a bit more than they are right now. But they probably won't be able to attempt to kill him anyway, at least until level 3. Uh-oh, Juggernaut's going in. Might actually try and fight this in a second. Fissure Block comes out. WTF can spin here. They might just... Oh, there we go. Bit of a late spin there. Void jumps forward there. There, they're going to turn on. The stun comes out. Void making a misplay, although Juggernaut's stopping still for a moment. Doesn't matter. They will get him. Juggernaut, if you're wondering why he stopped there, he actually stopped to make a physical attack while spinning, which did do the damage in the end. They got the kill, so exactly what they needed. Sky's going to take the last hit. Meanwhile, bottom rune, it's a haste, goes to Magnus, and top rune being picked up by Vexus, bounty there. But Johnny's Revenge finally making this top lane work for them and immediately smoke ganking out. Magnus, though, has a haste rune, so I don't think they get this kill. Even, oh, it's level 2 Vortex, maybe, and a level 2 Remnant. Maybe that's enough burst. But they still have the problem of the silence is worthless. A concussive shot is practically worthless here because he has this haste. Pops the haste to actually go in. Actually, oh, goes under the tower, gets stunned out. Though, here comes the electric voice. Tower is hitting though. The shockwave could finish in a second. Vexus is in trouble. Here comes the Nature's Prophet. And this is actually quite probably a double kill. Ling now in trouble. Can we see a Fire Blast? It's no matter. Double kill. Ysera outplaying RP. He's going for 3. Shockwave comes through again. Still taking some tower damage. No Fire Blast just yet. Needs 2 more mana. Prophet comes in. Fire Blast is ready. Can he throw out? Range is not there. Auto attacks from Prophet. TP out from Ysera. And they make that work perfectly. Oh, Johnny's Revenge getting outplayed hard by Idol. They make that one work. Big plays. And Phase Boot's now done for Nature's Prophet. This should pretty much, well, he's got the ult now, though. It could be tricky. He's got the harass damage at the very least. As long as he manages to stay out of Lasso, Nature's Prophet can win that lane from now on. Batrider is going to find it hard to farm. There's a lot of poke damage with the Oof, as well as the Phase Boots. And Bat doesn't have a great deal of armor at the start, especially with, well, if he goes Tranquils first, he'll probably be okay, but still. WTF opens up with Phase Boots here. JR looking for a potential opening, not really finding it though. It looks like they're going to take another, they might take another crack here at Ysera, or they might just go up to gank meanwhile. Void is still not level 6 yet, so expecting anything from him soon. Now, the benefit of Juggernaut getting the solo time means he is going to get his ult online ahead of Void, which means it gives him a better chance of basically bursting Void down. Ogre finds a regeneration room. Uh-oh, it looks like it might be getting denied here. Ogre trying to... Oh, Shepherds. Vexus will secure that regeneration rune. Now, Void has caught up on farm a bit. As the support's backed off, Chewy's going, well, I can actually farm now. Comes forward, he's up to 22 and 5. That's relatively solid, considering the pressure he's been under. Sharky's back now, but they're still really, like, see this ward disappearing at the start is really unfortunate. By losing this ward that early and not being able to scout up where they were planning the counter wards first, means that they've lost all of this vision, so they've got to play super scared. They have no idea when they're about to get fissure ganked. WTF does correctly read the pull though and goes in to steal it. It's a nice play by him. Then Disruptor though. Again, they don't know where this goes. Oh, actually, he's going to become visible here. This ward should... Oh, doesn't quite. He's got Glimpse. He might try and drag him back in here, but it's pretty short range at level 1, so I don't think he's getting Vexus here. Unless we see a really sick RP. Meanwhile, Nature's Prophet's go, alright, bottom lane's getting pretty annoying. I'm kind of scared of this Batrider, who's actually disappeared. They've decided to put the Batrider in the jungle, just trying to get the support some levels now. So they can catch up, get the Mystic Flare online. As well as getting... Well, I mean, they'd be saying they're trying to get his ult online, but it's taking a little while. They're not really protesting any kind of farm. But right now, this is a really smart play here from Idol. They're looking for the Batrider. They're going to slow down his farm. Oh, he's super low. One shockwave to the end of it. This is a dead Batrider. There's no chance at all. And that's going to delay Winter's dagger even further. Now, Vexus, got to be careful. They've still got RP up. supports are going to be spotted out. Sharky's actually going to come in and say, hey, you want to fight? I'll man fight you. Might regret it though. Doesn't get the skill off though. Oh, Glimpse is going to come out though. Electric Vortex coming. Silence comes out as well with the Static Storm, I believe. Now they're going, oh no, it's the Ancient Seal actually. They will jump in there and clean him up. Static Storm obviously not ready to go just yet. Ancient Seal and Electric Vortex, and unfortunately Magnus gets picked off there. It looked like it was going to be bad for Ogre for a moment. Now they do have the ult online for Juggernaut. He could actually kill Rin. Rin's got to be super careful here. We're going to see Juggernaut come in, but he's not going to well some healing ward. Now he needs to... No, it's okay, he's going to be fine. He's got the hatchet, he's going to pop his ward. Just keep healing up. The bottom tower is taking out. There's the Fire Blast. No mana to TP away. Now Nature's Prophet in some trouble. Spin going to come through. This should be able to clean up Rin here. As no, he's going to get blocked by the creep. Nicely done there by Rin. Rin now cuts through the side. Jukes away. Jukes back out. Rin with the Jukes here. Throws down the Sprout and TP's out. As WTF cuts the wrong one. Doesn't matter. He didn't have the mana for Omni Slash anyway. Rin, sick Jukes there. Still had some tangos. Nice little tree cut.
Denied. Touché.
But a 2-1 there and didn't even give away a kill. Nicely done. Silence comes out. Concussive shot as well. Ancient Seal on Insidious. Insidious about to drop here. Goes for the Fissure. Not happening though. So they get a return kill. At the moment, we're currently sitting on a 2k advantage.
Under attack.
2 idle. Now that's in gold, and slight experience advantage here to Johnny's Revenge, mostly because they've been utilising the jungle a bit more. You see Rin now just heading towards the jungle. He's done the Ancients once, now he's going to do the jungle. On the other hand, Batrider cleaning up stacks, obviously. Batrider must have got a few stacks though, because they're still ahead on XP, despite having lost 2 extra kills. Chewy now, Mask of Madness first. Let's see where he goes with that. Storm Spirit's gonna... Well, Illusion's gonna spot out the Magnus. Magnus should have at least 1 level of power fairly soon. And even with 1 level of power, it can make Void hit deceptively hard with the Mask of Madness. So he could quite easily go for solo pickoffs early. Not so much on the Storm, but probably the Skyreth is... Yeah, the Skyreth's super vulnerable. Even without the Bash Brox, even if he gets unlucky in the Bash Brox, they can probably pick off Skyreth. And at least do some decent damage to Storm so somebody else can help bring them down. Vexus appears to be going BKB first. Okay, that'll help him with Static Storm. Not so much against RP or Chronosphere though. That's a little bit questionable. This is Silence and the Fire Blast. Cuts chuck him out. Chewy, they're going to try and drag him back there. Lasso comes out. Going to be broken by Glimpse or Teeth. Jumped out by Void. Now the turnaround comes in. Rin comes in now. Storm Spirit also jumping in. Sharky trying to back off. They will lose the Ancient Nail. They will lose the Skyreth Major. Sharky trying to fight for all his work. Looks like he's going to go down though. Void trying to get away. They will get run down though by Ysera. And Vex is also going to run him down as well. But they will lose Sharky as well. And that's a call for 2 supports. Hard to tell who comes out ahead there, really. Looks like gold-wise, it is going to be idle, but they did lose 200 gold in the Void.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And what's to make matters worse is any kills that Storm Spirit get early just help him snowball a bit. I should probably get that off there. Notice, there we go. Clean that up, that icon. Apologize everybody, sometimes I forget. We'll make sure we don't do it next game. But Juggernaut opts for the drums first. WTF. Drums, and we'll see whether or not he goes for the Ags or if he decides just to get some early damage. Uh-oh. Ling might be in trouble here. Both teams smoked up here. And Ling is so dead here. The Fissure Block comes out, throws it to Concentration. Oh, doesn't get the Glimpse off though. Turns for a kill. We're gonna get the Shockwaves can come through. Stomp, misses there. The Enchant, Totem Glimpse back, going the wrong way. Skewer forwards. And down goes the Skywrath. Ysera will get that kill on Ling there.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Sharky,
attack.
not much he can do. Once the Fissure came out, he just had to back off. Okay, this is quite... I've seen 2 teams. The Chinese are doing this as well. They're getting the 2nd level at Ignite. That is... I mean, it's a bit of extra damage. But, you know, you get extra damage out of Fire Blast as well. So, I find that pretty questionable. Like, extra damage, 1 second of extra slow, but... the slow percentage, the increase is... Like you see, there's 2% difference. And that's the main thing you get the Ignite for, is the slow. It's just... I've seen a few teams do this now. Whereas if you get to level 6 and you get a multicast with a level 1 or a level 2 fire blast, it's really underwhelming. So I question that quite heavily. And Slash and I wrote it up when the Chinese glimpse up to a misclick as Winter about to get picked off here. Glimpse back, he's very dead. Into a static storm. Oh, maybe not. No, auto attacks. Yes, he's dying. But we chalked it up to a misclick by the Chinese teams. We're really confused by it. So they also picked off the Storm Spirit there as well. It gets caught inside the Chronosphere. They're trying to get Ling cleared, but right now, Johnny's Revenge just going to throw in an Omni Slash here. We'll get the Earthshaker, but this is at risk of losing WTF. Stun comes out, Ignite as well. Fire Blast on Chewie. Oh, Mystic Flare! No, not enough. And Storm Spirit's back in the fight. He buys back, jumps in. He's going after Nature's Prophet here. Jumps forward again, going after the. Can he get the Void? One more click. We'll get the Void. Trying to TP out here. Will he get away? No. Fire Blast comes through. So they get a turnaround here, but it will cost them a buyback on Vexus, the Storm Spirit. And overall, a fairly messy engagement for Johnny's Revenge. At least they do come out ahead, and Storm Spirit still finds money despite buying back. Still, they want to take cleaner fights in this. They really do not want to go towards ultra late game because Empowered Void is definitely going to beat out. Speaking of beaten out, I was about to say the WTF, who is not getting that farm really, is again just been killed again. Mask Commander stuff for Void, working towards, I'm going to say probably a BKB next, just so he can sit inside his chrono, not have to get hit by silencers, mystic flares, all sorts of irritating things. Would make a fair bit of sense. Vex is just cleaning up some enemy neutrals. And Ysera, oh boy. RP up in 30 seconds, could try and make a play here. Tier 1 and mid, taking Sun down. It's really not enough, they should be able to defend this. Tier 1 top though. Nature's Prophet? No, it looks like he's not this under push. This is nobody's this under push. This is going to back off there. Oh, Ysera actually gets jumped there. The murder team moves, brings down. Sky's going to take that one. Nature's Wrath almost cleaning up Ling. Lingo being killed up now by bottle charges as well as the healing ward. I suppose Vexus, if he gets enough int items, he's actually going to have a decent damage. Like, not really hard carry territory, but with Bloodlust, he will have a pretty decent DPS, like with physical DPS. If he gets an Orchid and a Hex. His Chewie's going to take the tier 1 top, trading it for the tier 1 mid. Or not. Yes, there we go. Finally decides to kill it. And Ren continues to, well, his Orchid's almost done, and this could be annoying for Storm Spirit, but this is why he's prioritizing this BKB, and I think it's a very smart buy here. It's obviously going to be useless against the Chronosphere as well as the RP, but against just basically Nature's Prophet TPing in a Hex or silencing him, it will be very useful. Or even just the Glimpse pickoffs as well. And TP's coming top, Bat's looking for a pickoff, they might be able to find Void. Just in the jungle here, going for his Maelstrom. Giving Winter some speed here, also picking up a haste as well. It's Disruptor actually getting a pick up there. I think he got glimpsed. No, he really just got out of position. I'm not sure what he was just not sure what Storm was doing there then. It's really questionable to get picked off like that. Meanwhile, smoke up here from Johnny's Revenge.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Are they going to come and try and take this fight? Storm can't buy back. Obviously, he bought back just before. They're going to pop the glyph. Might still be able to force this out though. Ysera coming forwards. They're trying to sweep in from the top side of Idol. Firefly up there for Batliner. The ward's going to spot out there. They get pinged as well. Going to go on top of Void here. Go for the Void. Kill Silence on Mystic Flare as well. Vision comes through. It's only going to block. Doesn't matter. Void comes out. Looks like they're going to trade for Ling though. Ling's going to go Omni Slash through. Spin now as well. There comes the Skewer. Not going to be enough. They will lose the Nature's Prophet and the Void. Blue Sky in return. Now the Star Glimpse going to come out. Send Winter back. Void still dead. Not going to be up in time to get the Chronosphere off. I think Ysera though trying to save and then gets knocked back by the Flame Blake. Oh, they will get the kill. Vision comes through a second too late. Now we've got Insidious trying to get clear here. Void 10 seconds out. They should be able to take this kill. Batrunner jumps forward. Stomp comes out. We'll catch Winter. There's the enchant tournament as well. Punches him. But it's not enough. A double kill for Winter and a 5-man wipe for one hero in return. Nicely played there by Johnny's Revenge. And that is a 3.6k swing in their advantage. They definitely need that kind of victory there. But bring it back a little bit for the moment. Actually, I think that's going to update in a second again. Yeah, there we go. It's actually, that should still be more than that. fine. It's telling me lies, regardless. A big swing there for Johnny's Revenge, and what they need, because this Void is beginning to get farmed. He caught up nicely after the laning stage. He's up to 7,000 net worth here, ahead of the Radiant team by a fair bit. Nature's Prophet, though, definitely farming the best out of everybody. I would say, won his lane. I felt that Bat could have done a bit better, but Bat versus Nature's Prophet is still fairly even.
Dire's top tower.
I feel like it's most of the problem there was the fact that the Bat started with boots, which really cut into his regeneration, which means Winter I think Winter was planning to go up against a melee hero, and instead just ended up basically running out of regen against Prophet's Harass.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
When 4-star is done, though, could still be anyone's game. I mean, Void gets picked off. Even in the late game, if Void does get picked up, because they do have Lasso,
Radiant
so I mean, they've still got that.
structures
Rid will have some decent attack damage, but against Juggernaut
is under attack.
and freaking Storm Spirit, I
Radiant's
think they'll be
bottom
okay
tower
against
has
that.
fallen.
But if they can get the jump, the question is if they can, because it's difficult at the jump against both Magnus, the Void, and the
Dire's top
Earthshaker. That's
tower
actually a pretty
is
big
under
ask.
attack.
But if they on isolate and blow up the Void like they did last fight, just taking the Chronosphere out of the fight is such a big deal. Even with the RP there, even the Nature's Wrath, the State Storm, they can still quite easily win the fight once he's down. The Omni Slash is still really good at this stage. And it hasn't peaked yet either, it's still only level 2. But they're going to try and clean up this tier 1 top. Should be able to manage it. It's all that much of
Dire's
the defense is
top
coming.
tower is under attack.
As Idol decide, alright, let's just secure Roshan instead.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Especially with Void having the Mask of Madness now, you can quite easily farm the Giants. They just need to rely on the lane to find farm. And I think Johnny's Revenge might be suspecting something's going up, because I don't see any heroes anywhere. So like, alright, either they're in our jungle or they're taking Ross most likely. Because they're certainly not in their jungle. See a Void, even with level 1 in power, he's already hitting for about 140 damage, plus whatever lightning procs come out. And compare that to Juggernaut, it's better than Juggernaut. So he got 140 damage, plus lightning procs, plus obviously bash procs. He can dish out a fairly solid amount of damage at this stage in the game with the help of Empower. See what Juggernaut, if it's just casual Asher, if he's going to try and make something out of this. I feel like JR still need to make... It's still the onus for JR to make stuff happen at this point in time, like to take the initiative. Because if they don't, I'm just going to sit back and farm. They haven't really shut them down for farming at all. Void, yeah, his first 5-8 minutes kind of sucked, but after that, especially when the support started rotating out of the top lane to try and gank mid and bottom and then failing at it, he really found a lot of catch-up farm. And with the help of the Empower to clear down stacks and things like that now, they're really going to be quite... It's just going to be very easy to keep him ahead of the Juggernaut, I feel. And Juggernaut is going Manta first. Okay, that will help him deal with not very... Well, it'll help him deal with the silence from Nature's Prophet, but that's about it. Actually not sure how I feel about that. We'll see how it goes for him, though. I mean, I don't really see a lot of Juggernauts in competitive play, so, I mean... Could well be wrong. We'll see how it works for him. Yule's being built here by Batrider. Skewer Blink. Oh, Fisher as well. Easy kill. Winter just picked off. Winter just getting murdered there. Oh, that's an easy 400 gold there for the Earthshaker, which... Wait, did that just give him his blink? Oh dear, that just gave him his blink. So things get trickier now for Johnny's Revenge. Now the blink daggers are out in force. We've got the two, well, basically two potential initiators are able to blink now. It's going to become really difficult for JR to get those pickoffs that they want. And this is tricky because they want to, right now they need to push, like they need to be putting pressure on the map. And against double blinkers, plus of course the time walking void, it's pretty difficult to get aggressive against this. Now we see, they're going for a ganks here. Idol are out in force. Not finding any targets at the moment though. UTF, his Manta's done, but I think Idol might just back off and say, screw it, we're just going to farm some more. You've got no pressure on our side of the map, we can farm the jungle with complete impunity. Nobody's ganking in there. And it even cleaned up the wards that were, the Radiant wards that were in their jungle too. So one of them got a... No, no gem. Alright. Vexus does have the BKB done though. But even just getting the BKBs isn't that big of a deal because they've still got RP, they've still got Chronosphere. And Void does have some decent right click with Empower. He's not just relying on the magic procs there from the Maelstrom and the Bash. You're up to about 160, 170 now. Yeah, there we go, 163 with Empower. And still not maxed out Empower, is it? Yeah, still got another level in Empower to go.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Just going to take the top farm, and JR continuing to back off and just let the game blow out, which I think is definitely not in their interest at all. This is going to cause them troubles. But on the other hand, pushing into a Blink Echo, Blink RP, time Void jumping in with the Chrono, and losing those fights once or twice in a row, that would also pretty much doom them as well, so... They're between a rock and a hard place here. Just pretty much their lane phase did not go as well as they needed it to go. The foul ganks on mid. The plays by Prophet on the bottom line. They're just giving away stuff like First Blood. Just little things. It just keeps snowballing this game just a little bit out of reach. They're now smoking up. They're going to try and make a play here down the mid lane. Maybe into the enemy jungle. Just try and put some pressure in there. I don't know if they're going to find it though. I think they're trying to bait with that illusion. They're trying to get somebody to react to that. Pings out. They see Nature's Prophet. He's not really the one they need to kill. They need to get this Void. But looks like they're going to settle for what they can find. Blink Lasso. This is a very dead Nature's Prophet. I don't foresee him escaping this with any great ease. He might be able to turn this into a tier 2 push, but I don't think so. Because even one hero down, we mentioned this earlier, just the team fight potential from Idol's ults and lineup means that they could quite easily take a 4v5 if they land their ults. So if this tier 2 drops here faster and they TP back to defend in time, I mean, it could be quite conceivable that Johnny's Revenge don't even find a tier... Yeah, they're not even going to find a tier 2. They're going to try and defend here. Idol backing out here. Omni Slash comes in, lands on Void. Actually, pretty much only hitting Void. The Chronosphere comes out. It's on Vexus. He's going for broken Vexus. Vexus BKB'd up. In comes the Static Storm. Up. Leap out there by Vexus. He's going to come back in. Time Walk away. WTF takes a bit. Shockwave through as well. They've lost the Juggernaut. Skewer out on Sharky. Sharky's going to go down. Double kill. 3 are down. And Nature's Prophet will buy back into the fight as well. They've lost 3. Vexus will limp away, but still, 3 for none. That's what I mean. Even if Rin didn't turn up, that was an easy fight for Idol. BKBs or no BKBs, Idol just crushed that fight with their ults. Or lack thereof, because I mean, they didn't even use Echo Slam. And with those heroes down, this means tower time. And if you lose a teamfight like that against the next Prophet, he says, alright, well, you lose your towers, you lose your tier 2, you lose your tier 3, hell, you'll probably lose your Rex in a minute. You've lost Omni Slash, you've already used Mystic Flare once, they still have Lasso though. Maybe they can make something happen with that. But even if he jumps in Lasso's one guy, the other guy's going, alright, well, see ya, we'll trade him for a Rex. The Void, Time walks away, they might get Rin. Rin throws out the silence on Vexus. Vexus has to waddle up behind. Batrunner coming in, throws out the slow. Might see another zip. Oh, he does zip in again after getting glimpsed back. And more sticky napalm, kinetic field. And when we see a zip, forced up out, Vexus stuck. He's out of mana. And a successful disengage there from Idol. And let's wait, Batrider. Got another blink. Blink out there by Magnus as well. Batrider could blink and force up if he wants to, but he's got no help really. Oh yeah, he's going to regret this now. BKB up by Void. Void jumps in, cleans up Sky. Shockwave coming through. Hitting WTF, pops his ward. His ward goes down. Bladestorm trying to get out. Oh, Earthshaker goes in. Flame Break comes out. Skewer comes forward. We'll take out the Ogre. Down goes the Batrider. They've lost 4. Everybody's down except for Juggernaut. And this is looking like Johnny's Revenge are done.
Take that as tribute.
I mean, again, you lose another fight? Oh, okay. You lose more towers too. Orax, we've taken him out. Let's head back in there. But again, big swing in Idol's favour once again. See, they're busy building themselves a 7.5k plus lead in gold.
Barracks are under attack. Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
WTF, he's got ult. Jesus, screw it. Screw it. I'll take what I can get. There's a kill.
You've done.
But pretty much, small potatoes. 600 gold to the Juggernaut, and that's about it. Meanwhile, this Void now has most of his AC coming online. He's halfway through his AC now. Not exactly great news for Johnny's Revenge. The AC is going to pretty much nullify. Between the AC and the backtrack, Juggernaut is going to be no threat to him at all. He's only critting for like 250 before armor reduction, so that's going to be pretty much nothing. And it also just makes low armor heroes like even more vulnerable. But you can pick that up. Storm's got no armor, and we probably won't see a... I mean, he kind of wants a Sheepers, but I don't think he'll manage to find one. He also really needs a Hex. He needs some kind of disable. So that'll basically put Stormspreader on like 5 or lower armor by the time he finishes up that AC. So that's going to be really easy to burst down Stormspreader. Now Void is invisible. He's got Chrono up. Could go for the pick off here on Vexus. Oh, Vexus, you're in trouble. Here comes the Chrono. Surprise, Buttsex. Here we go, Vexus. You're dead. Shockwave to finish his Magnus says, hey, I'll secure that. Oh, Invisible Ninja Assassin Void just jumps out of nowhere, and Chronospecion is just a bad day all around. Shagasaurus now. Can he go up the bat right? I don't think so. He's just gonna... He's just wandering around here for whatever reason he feels like it. But Nature's Prophet TPing in with that pick off. They go, yeah, you know what? We got a pick off. Let's take a tower. Omni Slash. It should be about maybe he could buy back and they could try and fight, but I don't think it will. Not for a tier 2. Maybe for a tier 3. No glyph up.
Tower has fallen.
But JR, I think they'll just back off. They might even just go back to the Rush Pit, which is almost up. Juggernaut now TPing back. He's also got a blink now as well. Flame Break whiffing. And yeah, there we go. I look back. Oh, wait a minute. They're smoking up. Are they going to try and sneak off the Rush Pit? This is going to give them away, though. Yeah, they're pinging out. They say, hey, there's the courier. It looks like they're looking for a smoke gank. Yeah, they're going for a gank. They're not going for the Rush Pit. They're looking for a gank here. Jones Revenge know that they're skulking somewhere around there. Yeah, they're pinging it out, so they're saying they've got to be over there somewhere. But it looks like it's not going to matter. Uphill! That's a terrible secure. Doesn't matter though, because Static Storm will secure that kill. There's Void jumps in. Void, Chrono not ready to go just yet. Can they get a return kill here? Shagasaurus is falling low. Shagasaurus, oh, Sharky hides behind a tree. He's going to burn out though to the Ignite. Winter now into trouble. Winter trying to get clear here. Stun comes out near Sarah. Void actually giving chase, so we'll pick off Winter there with a time leap as well. Nature's Prophet going to come in. Sans. There we go. Gets Sans himself. Throws at the BKB though to cancel auto attacks. Going the wrong direction. He's chasing after the Skyrath Mage. We'll turn around, just right click down the Ogre, and that's 4 for 1. A double kill for Rin. As he takes the tower a bit. Might want to get that aggro off him. Cuts a shot, Mystic Flare, concussive shot, doesn't matter. GG is called, and Johnny's Revenge will lose the first match. Now this is of course the first game in the best of 3 series, so Idol into the next one, secure that, all the one up there. On the other hand, Johnny's Revenge have a chance to tie this up and bring it to a third match. Anyway guys, this is Triumph of Mancasting. Thanks for watching. We'll be back in just a moment with game number 2 of Idol versus Johnny's Revenge in the Synergy League Southeast Asian Division Playoffs.